Since Fashion Revolution Week is coming up next week, I thought this was a good time to talk about the Fashion Transparency Index. Fashion Revolution and Ethical Consumer teamed up. This was actually last April, to create the first edition of the Fashion Transparency Index. They chose 40 big brands and ranked their supply chain transparency. Some of the categories that they rank include policy and commitments, tracking and traceability, social and environmental audits and remediation, and engagement and collaboration. They tried to choose a mix of diverse brands that are spread across luxury, high street, sportswear, denim, accessories, and footwear. Some of the top-ranking companies were H&M, Inditex, which owns Zara, and Levi's. Some of the bottom-ranking companies were Forever 21, Chanel, and Hermes. And out of the 40 companies that they were all sent questionnaires to fill out, only 10 companies out of the 40 filled out the questionnaire, and 30 companies ignored it and probably threw it in the trash. Hopefully they're recycling. But the 10 companies that filled out the report, they had a bit of an advantage in the rankings because they actually shared more information, and this is about transparency. 30 companies that didn't fill it out were only ranked off of information that they had on their website or their annual reports. There was a little bit of criticism from this index from an article in Women's Wear Daily, and they just sort of criticized that the index is based off of communicating the sustainability initiatives and not off of the actual sustainability initiatives themselves that companies are practicing. This is true, but this is a transparency index. It's not a sustainability index, so it kind of makes sense. And transparency is based off of how much info a company shares with the public. Being transparent is about being honest with consumers. And in this case, scores in this index are very much affected by how much information is shared and not just what the information is. After they published this index, a few of the 30 companies that initially ignored the questionnaire, they changed their minds and they decided to fill it out. And Fashion Revolution says that they will update scores based off of any new information that's provided. So check it out below. I linked the website link below in the description. Check out the report. Pretty interesting stuff.